Because setting our intention, what Heather's saying, is super important in this. And what happens when you set your intention on something is that the blockages to being that state will arise. Meaning, let's say you do want to be loving or enlightened or peaceful. Let's just say loving, right? And that's your intention. You already are loving internally, but there's some blockage in the way from letting that manifest naturally. I was coaching this guy in Cyprus who wanted to get rid of a lot of his negative feelings and emotions, his anger, his hatreds, his fears, because he knew he had a lot of them. So I gave him a mantra to work on to start, because he wanted to be more loving, that was his thing. So I gave him a mantra, which is one that we commonly give, which is, I'm peaceful, loving, kind, and powerful. I'm peaceful, in order to get him focused on that intention throughout the day, because remember we were talking about use your yang energy for your intention. So you focus on the intention you want to be, loving. So he repeated that all day long, which I think was too much. I only said 5 times 5 a day. He did it all day long, and then at the end of the day, he was doing some kung fu training with someone, and he punched the guy in the face.
Because he only focused on the yang part.
Which, and it was actually quite obvious to me why that arose. Not right on the time, because I saw the end of it, I was like, shit. But his blockage arose. So by focusing on lovingness, the thing that was stopping him from being loving showed itself, which was anger in that moment. Rather than surrendering it, he expressed it. Understand? So what I'm getting at is, in this practice here, to Heather's point, is as you set your intention to be more peaceful, to be more loving, which is what, if you want to get rid of fear, anger, hatred, jealousy, worry, doubt, and all those emotions, you've got to have a different set point. You've got to have something else you're aiming at becoming or bringing out of you.
Because otherwise it's coming from the same thought, the same mind, which created all those emotions in the first place, If I'm like, I want to be more peaceful, but I just kind of try and change the thoughts or change the outside environment, it's not going to really change what's going on in here. So that's why we have to go inside and address that real intention there, rather than just the surface and the words that we say, think about only the words, but even though the words do have an intention, when we focus on why we're saying them.
So when you do set your intention, which I'd suggest you do, just have that, it's like a character intention, or just the way you want to be inside yourself, whether it's peaceful, loving, kind, whatever. Be aware that the blockages will arise. You know what I mean? And I notice it in myself, I notice it in others. So let's say you set the intention to be loving, be conscious that fear or anger or jealousy or hatred might appear. Now the trick in that situation is to not hate that it's there, not dislike that it's there. Be grateful for the opportunity to let it go. Understand? It's like it's going to rear its head. Whatever it is that's blocking you from being the way you want to be is going to come up and say hello, and try to draw you back to it. Hello, be scared of that, or hello, hate that person. Hello, be angry. Be grateful for the opportunity to surrender or let it go. Make sense? So this is just something that I think needs to be brought to your attention, because as you do this work, you might think you're stepping backwards, but it's really just things that need to be surrendered or let go of.
Like Kenny, you were saying during the energy training that sometimes afterwards you feel lighter, like pebbles have been taken off. It's the same thing. It's just taking off that stuff so that you can literally rise up in consciousness.